We are doing the main event now. Let's get right into it. But remember, this Saturday, we are doing the live watch party for this fight card. But also, this is Israel Adesanya versus Nassourdine Imavov. Let's get right into it. Nassourdine Imavov versus Israel Adesanya. Izzy is 24-4. His country is Nigeria. Stands up 6'4" tall. Weighed at 206 pounds in his last win. Has a reach of 80 inches and a leg reach of 44.5 inches. While Nassourdine Imavov, on the other hand, is 15-4-1, no contest. His country is Russia. He stands at 6'3" tall. He weighed at 197 pounds 30 in his last win. Has a reach of 75 inches and a leg reach of 42 inches. Israel Adesanya has a 5-inch reach advantage with also a 2.5-inch leg reach advantage. Izzy is also 1 inch taller. Izzy also has 9 more wins and 1 less no contest. But Izzy has the experience. He has an inch in height. He has a 5-inch reach advantage with a 2.5-inch leg reach advantage. The stats are going into Izzy's favor, and a lot of this week I've noticed a lot of this fight card is guys having 6 to 5. Well, I should probably start at the lower number. There's a difference between each fighter's reach, and it's a huge difference. We last saw Israel Adesanya fought DDP, and he did not look good. It kind of reminded me of Sean versus Merab, where Sean O'Malley didn't seem like himself and Izzy didn't seem like himself against DDP. And my worry going into this is Izzy isn't the same fighter he once was, and might not be the same fighter that he once was going into this one as well. But I'm hopefully happily gonna get proven wrong, because Izzy has the reach. He has a lot going in his favor, which means he can build his confidence up in this fight. If Izzy, I feel like that should be Izzy's game plan, is build confidence throughout the fight. Try and get your confidence back so that when you do fight DDP in the future, or Sean Strickland, whoever becomes champion, then you're ready for them. You have the confidence, you're back to where you was, because you're coming off a loss. The press conference wasn't great for you for the last fight. You didn't perform the same in your last fight. There was a lot of things that went wrong. And when you fought Sean Strickland, you didn't look good either. So hopefully, this is the start of a new Izzy. I like the new shorts from the previous fight, but that doesn't matter. So Izzy, we know Izzy likes to strike. He can keep it nice and long. He can use his reach. He can use his kicks. He can stay out of danger. Hasn't got to take risks, but I think he should take risks to become more comfortable, confident. Because if you take risks against Imavov with the longer reach, you can start to build into the fight a bit. You're like, yeah, okay, this is how I can start doing things again. I don't know if that makes any sense. But let's move on to win buys to see how they've got it done in their previous fights. With Nassourdine Imavov having a 40% KO/TKO, 27% submission, 33% decision with an average fight time sitting at 15 minutes and a knockdown average of 0. While Israel Adesanya, on the other hand, has a 67% KO/TKO, 0% submission, 33% decision with an average fight time sitting at 18 minutes and a knockdown average of 1. Key things to note off here: both have knockouts. Nassourdine has more submissions. Israel Adesanya has no submissions, and they both rarely get decisions. They're the key notes. The average fight time doesn't really factor too much. It doesn't matter how long someone's been in there in the octagon for. Yes, they could be in there for like 1 second. That could translate in the next fight, or their next opponent could be better and it won't translate at all. Knockdown average, I do believe that was in their previous fight. It's not going to be a massive thing in this one. Doesn't matter how many times you knock down your previous opponents. This is a new guy, has a different chin. Could have a worse, could have a better chin. But the key things to note are Izzy's knockout power, Nassourdine's submission, and both rarely get decisions. Could it be a stoppage fight? Yes, could be. How does each game plan go? Nassourdine could even stay on the feet because he's got knockouts. Most of his wins are coming by knockout, but I feel like Nassourdine should work on getting on the inside, taking those risks, using his elbows, using his kicks, getting this fight down and going for a submission. Does it go that way? I could not tell you. What I think Israel Adesanya should do, use his reach. He has that reach. Keep it long. Keep it rangy. When you throw a backhand, this is my issue with longer reach fighters. They struggle at keeping the distance. They throw their punches, but they overcommit. So Israel Adesanya shouldn't overcommit his strikes at the start, at least. Definitely not at the start, because if you overcommit, Nassourdine catches you with a counter. When you get tired as well, don't overcommit too much, because if Imavov can catch you overcommitting and you're tired, it's going to hurt you a lot more, because you won't see it coming, and it's gonna be a lot more of a deadly strike. So basing off of these stats, keep it on the feet, keep it nice and long, keep it rangy. Is Nassourdine, get on the inside, go for them takedowns, try and blitz Izzy, Make him see things that ain't gonna be there. Imavov feint. Get close. That's really my game plan for those two right now. But let's move on to significant strikes to see how they performed on the feet in their previous fights. With Israel Adesanya having a punch stat of 4 exactly, 48% significant strikes, an average of 3 punches absorbed per minute with a defense of 56%. While Nassourdine Imavov, on the other hand, had an average of 5 punches landed per minute, a 55% significant strikes, an average of 3 punches absorbed per minute with a defense of 58%. I like this. This shows that Nassourdine can stand there and strike with Israel Adesanya. Now, the reach could be an issue. Nassourdine landed more in his previous fight, had a higher significant strike percentage, had absorbed a little bit less, 0.01 less, had a defense of 2% higher, still higher, not by much. But the point is, Nassourdine is kind of on par with Israel Adesanya. Nassourdine is on par with Israel Adesanya's stats in the previous fight. I'm assuming Nassourdine won, I know Izzy lost. So, if that's Izzy losing stats, what does Izzy winning stats look like? Could it be higher? Could it be better? I feel like Izzy's output needs to be a lot higher in this one. He needs to go to work. He needs to treat this like a war. He has to go out there and put a statement, make a mark in this octagon tomorrow night. Because if he doesn't, who does he fight next? How does that next fight go? Does he fight someone higher than Nassourdine? Does he fight higher than himself? Because at this point, is Israel Adesanya really champion worthy? Probably. But for his last 2 performances, no, that's not championship worthy. If he performs like that again, he isn't championship worthy certified. So hopefully he puts a statement here, because he needs to make a statement. After the way you've lost, you need to make some statements here. And Israel has all of the stats going in his favor that can make that happen. But if Nassourdine cuts that range down very quickly and very easily, it's going to be a long night for him. And I think that's kind of how it's going to play out a little bit. Nassourdine won't, I'm not going to say he's going to struggle with range. I feel like at the start he's going to have complications with it, but I feel like he'll break it down, get on the inside. I feel like Israel Adesanya benefits a lot more on the feet. I feel like he just does better on the feet. When it comes to grappling, now he isn't bad at grappling. But let's move on to the grappling to see if it does go down, who could benefit better. With Nassourdine having an average of 1 takedown, 36% takedown accuracy, 78% takedown defense with a submission average of 1. While Israel Adesanya, on the other hand, had an average of 0 takedowns, 12% takedown accuracy, 75% takedown defense, and a submission average of 0. Based off of this stat, neither guy looks amazing or good at the grappling. Nassourdine only got 1 takedown. I don't know how many he attempted. I wish it would have had that. How many attempts as well. Submission average from Imavov was a lot higher, so Nassourdine will go for a submission if given the advantage. Nassourdine and Izzy both done very well at stopping takedowns, which is good. Nassourdine's takedown accuracy was a little bit higher. I'm assuming he tried loads of takedowns, but his last opponent was very good. I'm trying to just base it all off the stats, not their previous fights exactly. I feel like it's a bit unfair to just go, hey, this is how this guy did in the last fight. Because a lot of people do that. They go, this is how he performed in the last fight. It's obvious who's going to win. Based off of the stats, it makes it a lot closer. It makes it a lot difficult. A lot more difficult. That's better. But look at Izzy's takedown accuracy. 12%. I don't expect Izzy to have a higher one. But Izzy should not grapple. He should try and avoid that as best as he can. Don't completely avoid it, but because you will get taken down. But try and not put yourself in a position where you're going to get advanced on, which Imavov is going to do very well at, I believe. So how do I think this fight plays out? I believe that Izzy keeps it on the feet for most of the fight. I believe Imavov will get him down here and there, but I think most of the fight will rely on Izzy. I feel like Izzy will take control. He will be the one who controls the range, controls the distance, and just controls the fight overall. I think Izzy does put him down once. Now, does Izzy stop him? I don't know. I think he can, but I feel like if it goes down too much, or if Izzy gasses himself out, or doesn't have the right game plan or the right mindset going into this, I think Imavov will just break him down. And I don't think it will be a quick submission. I don't think it'll be round 1 submission. I don't think this fight goes to the full 5 rounds. I don't think it goes to a decision. But I think Imavov will break Izzy down. If Izzy doesn't have the right mindset and the right game plan going into this, Imavov's going to break him down mentally, and I feel like Izzy's going to become a lot worse of a fighter. He's going to become a lot less comfortable in there. He isn't going to have the confidence he once had, and it sucks to see, and I hope Izzy gets the win, because it'd be nice to see Izzy return, become champion again. But I think if Nassourdine takes over, you can start to see Israel Adesanya go down a bit. But that doesn't mean that Izzy doesn't land that combination or that one lucky punch later on in the fight. I don't think that'll build up his confidence, but I feel like it's something he needs. But that's just my thoughts, my opinions, and my predictions, really. What do you guys think? Who do you think wins, and how do you think win? But other than that, I'll catch you in a bit. Take care, and peace.